Okay, boys, let's bring it home with a round of pepper.
Well, you heard the woman. It's time to go home and get the hell up out of here. But before we go, we got to sprinkle a little pepper on the game. You know what I'm saying? A little, how was it, Salt Bay? Or this Pepper Bay right here. You know what I'm saying? We got to throw a little bit of pepper on the game. Yes, that's right, Be Live. There you go. Turn it, that hand crank. What is it that called? The crack. May I get some cracked black pepper, please? Use the one in the shaker. Make me do all this extra work for nothing. But that's neither here nor there. All right, we got 3 topics for you. Rapid fire style, kind of, sort of, not really. We're here to engage, educate, enlighten, and entertain. And with that being said, I'll go first. All right. In this day in history, back in 1992, Wimbledon, that's right, Wimbledon is going on right now. Men's tennis, American Andre Agassi wins his first of 8 Grand Slam singles titles by beating Goran Ivanisevic of Croatia 6-7, 6-4, 6-4, 1-6, 6-4. That's when Andre Agassi had the hair. He was looking like a hybrid cross between Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. Like, yeah. but he had it going on, man. He's one of the best to ever do it. Over to you, Scotty D.
All right, so just last week, the NHL announced their year-end awards. The Hart Memorial Trophy for the most valuable player went to Connor McDavid from Edmonton. That's the second time he won that. But the one that caught my eye the most, guys, was the Vezina Trophy for the best goaltender, and that went to Marc AndreFleury, his first such trophy in 17 years, 17 seasons. That was the first time he received that award. And it's interesting, guys, because as the goaltender of Vegas, he didn't have such a great ending this past season. They have another capable goalie by the name of Robin Lerner, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was in goal for their final game of the season. Fleury is in the final year, coming up with the final year of his contract, and I think there's a chance that they could move him to save a little salary cap space. And like I said, they already have another capable goalie. Could maybe he be headed back to Pittsburgh? He has a no trade clause for like 10 teams, so he would have some say in that. But I know the fans of Pittsburgh, he still has a very special place in their heart. So regardless of where he plays next season, the guy has 3 Stanley Cups with the Penguins and a place in our hearts here in Pittsburgh. And congratulations to Marc AndreFleury for winning that Vezina Trophy. Be Live, over to you.
All right. Earlier in this episode, we spoke about the name, image, and likeness in the NCAA players, student athletes being allowed to be paid. Well,
I'm on the fence.
Yep, you're on the fence. Well, one particular student athlete took advantage of that very quickly, and he goes by the name of Percy Miller. Now, why would that name sound familiar? Percy. He is the son of Master P, Percy Miller. So Percy Miller, Master P, named his sons. He has 2 sons, by the way. He named them Hercy, Hercy, and Mercy, Mercy.
Stop it. No, he
did. Yes, he did. Hercy, and Mercy.
No lies.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, I'm coming with it. I'm coming with it on Pepper. I'm gonna come with something.
Oh, so famous people.
So he signs a $2 million endorsement deal with Web Apps America. He will serve as a brand ambassador for the technology company, which focuses. Yep. Yeah, y'all heard that. Focuses on web, mobile, and augmented reality development. So the rich just get richer, and he's already making his money as a freshman at Tennessee State University in Nashville. Go Soldiers. Eddie Cool, the ball.
Full on the current, let us go to platinum tank. Y'all at the big things. I'm sorry, I had a 1997 moment there for a second. Nah. All right. Oh man, got off track there for a second. But my second paper point, I'm going to talk about Chad Johnson. Yes, Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, one of the best to ever do it in the National Football League. He played for the Bengals, had a short stint with the Patriots, was around for a cup of coffee at the Miami Dolphins, so forth and so such. Chad Johnson is such a nice guy. He's such a nice guy as to where he left one he did that too. I'm gonna leave it in there. He left a $1,000 tip. Okay, that's why I got tongue tied. That's a lot of damn money he left. All right, he left a $1,000 tip at an IHOP in Portland, Oregon. All right, so here's a story according to the New York Post. On a $107.17 tab at James Harden's Houston restaurant, 13 Houston. All right, in May, he left another $1,000 tip. And guess how much the bill was, fellas?
How much was it?
$4.28. Yep.
I'd be doggone it.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Whew.
Yep. This time at one of Houston's most noble restaurants, the Turkey Leg Hut. Yeah, the Turkey Leg Hut, according to the New York Post. And Chad Johnson said,
"What are they selling for $4?"
That sound like that may be one turkey leg.
That might be.
Maybe just went up there one.
I don't know, man. That sounds like a side of like loaded mashed potatoes. All depends on where you go.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
$1,000 loaded mashed potatoes. Hey,
wow.
Appreciate you. I don't even work in a restaurant anymore, but let's see. I do karaoke from time to time. You might want to catch your boy doing karaoke club Halo. You can throw in $1,000 tip.
Drop something in the bucket.
Here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. 2-6. All right. I'm just saying.
All right. Chad Johnson said, "It's just something I always do, regardless of where I am, regardless of what restaurant or the service. I always take care of those who are serving me," Johnson said to the New York Post. Chad Johnson, I'm about to jump into your DMs, buddy, because I got one particular restaurant where you need to go to. I need to be on the shift. Help a brother out. I'm trying to get some stuff to happen, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, shout out to Chad Johnson. I guess he hears the closing of the show every week about do something nice for yourself. And if you can do something nice for someone else, they're greatly appreciated, because if you leave me $1,300, hey, I'm done. I'll see y'all next week. I'm out. Over to you, Scotty D.
Thumbs up to Chad Johnson for that story. I love hearing stuff like that when servers at restaurants get hit with a big tip like that. I love hearing that kind of stuff. So last week, just as we were closing the show, it came up online that the UFC was going to do an interim heavyweight championship between Derek Lewis and Cyril Gane, which makes not a lot of sense considering that Francis Ngannou just won this heavyweight championship in March when he knocked off Stipe Miocic. So since then, he's done a little bit of traveling, taking a little time off, and just got back into the United States in June and wanted to fight in September, but the UFC wanted him to fight as the headliner of the August 7th card. They wanted to have a heavyweight championship fight in August 7th. So the John Jones thing fell apart a while ago. It was supposed to be Francis Ngannou defending against Derek Lewis. And now, for some reason, that negotiation fell apart with Dana White. He wanted to have an interim heavyweight championship. So he's adding Cyril Gane, who just had a win 2 weeks ago. And it's got a lot of people upset because during the whole pandemic time, whenever the heavyweight championship was kind of held up, Miocic didn't defend it, and Ngannou didn't get an interim championship opportunity. He sat patiently and waited until his next opportunity came. So I'm not sure if there's a personal thing between his management team and Dana White. Anyway, there's definitely some friction going on because this is pretty much a meaningless fight if you're going to call it a heavyweight championship. What it actually is a number one contenders fight, because whoever wins this, regardless, is going to have to face Ngannou to determine who the real heavyweight is. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen in August or September. That's going to be a few months down the road. But anyway, there's another mess with the UFC. It seems like more of these guys are challenging Dana White. They're financially unhappy, and now this caused a little bit of unhappiness. However, this Saturday coming up, we will see Dustin Poirier against Conor McGregor for the third time. And that, my friends, is a fight worth watching. And there's a couple other good fights on that card. So tune in. UFC, I love watching these UFC cards. And we got another pay-per-view coming up this weekend. So something to keep your eye on there. Be live. Over to you.
I will be tuning in this Saturday. UFC. Gas to have it.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to switch over. We're going to go back and talk about a little bit of baseball. And we got a real life Field of Dreams situational right now when it comes to the likes of Shohei Ohtani.
Be live. Can I do a Jeopardy? be like, I hate to interrupt you, but can I introduce him like the Japanese do their athletes and wrestlers overseas? Can I do it?
Absolutely. Go for it. Go for it.
Otani Shohei!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's you got the surname is more important in the Japanese culture. So he is the first player in the 100+ year history of the All-Star game, Major League Baseball All-Star game, to be selected as a pitcher and a position player. Because not only has Shohei Ohtani dazzled on the mound, he also leads the league in home runs with 31. 31. Can you believe that? A pitcher with 31 home runs leads the league. So he's been selected as a pitcher on the All-Star team, and the fans selected him as the designated hitter for the American League. So, man, oh, man, Shohei Ohtani is doing his thing. Shout out to him. And on top of that, he also, it looks like he's also going to participate in the home run derby. So, man, and that's the part that I always watch when it comes to All-Star Weekend, the home run derby. I'm still a little upset that it's not in Atlanta. It is in Colorado in Coors Field. Ain't going to talk about that. But, yeah, Eddie Cool, I'm going to throw you a curveball. The ball.
It's out of here. You say it's in Colorado, so it's very, very high up in the air. If you know. All right, my third and final pepper point. I'm going to be talking about one of the best players in the world in the NBA, Kevin Durant. Now, you remember a while back when I told you when Uncle Eddie made a video about keeping things to yourself and not, of how not to step in the same cow patty twice. I wish Kevin Durant would have listened to it, all right? Because KD, he spent his 4th of July on Twitter battling trolls about his decision to go to Golden State. Now, this is 5 years ago, right? In the words of the kids, why you got to bring up old-ish for? Why you got to bring up old stuff for, right? See, trolls serve no purpose on Twitter. And it goes with something like this. So this dude said, KD's still out here defending his Warriors move. At KD trade 5, give it up. And then he come back and says, it's man's out here still offended. Let it go. You see, you got to learn to not pay these people any attention. If I was Kevin Durant, I wouldn't pay any of these Twitter trolls any attention because let's not forget, a few years ago, this is the same guy that had burner accounts, all right?
Yeah.
Clapping back at people, all right? It's the classic case of just because if somebody says something, it doesn't mean you have to respond to it. I wish I had Kevin Durant money. You think I'm worrying about these fools on Twitter? I'm telling people, hey, man, run my Twitter account for me. The sky is blue, and I like my eggs over easy. And that's it. That's it. That's it. I'm not getting into no fights and fracasses over trolls. This dude, let me go look at his avatar right quick. It's a dog, okay? It's a dog. And and KD's is a little big kid from the Sandlot. His name escapes me at the time. So you mean to tell me a guy that's verified is talking to a guy that ain't verified? What are we doing? Anyways, over to you, Scotty D. This is stupid. Stupid.
Dog avatar, huh? All right, we have heard the cliche term over and over again that Father Time is undefeated, and I hate to see this, but last week at Wimbledon, Serena Williams got hurt in the first set of her match and withdrew from the tournament. She was actually leading 3-1 in the first set, but I think she suffered a leg injury. I think it was her left ankle. She already had a leg wrapped up when she came out. But Serena Williams is now 39 years old, and her last major championship win was in 2017 at the Australian Open. She has 23 majors, and she's arguably the greatest women's tennis player of all time. And at this point, I'm ready to see her retire because I don't want to see the great ones just go out there and start losing and get helped off the court over and over. She's already announced she's not going to compete in the Olympics. And I'm not saying this to be critical or mean, but Serena Williams is a little bit bigger. And I think it's going to be harder for that body to at age 39 and older to sustain, the type of rigors of winning a Grand Slam championship. She has nothing to prove, man. I say she's the greatest women's tennis player of all time, if not the greatest women's athlete of all time, and does a lot of other things, charity work and businesses. I mean, she's highly intelligent. She's beautiful, a lot going for her. And I don't like seeing fighters at the end of their career go out and lose over and over again. And I certainly don't want to see that of Serena Williams either. So I don't know if this is the last time we'll see her, but we got to be getting close to the end of her career. And, I'm ready to see one of the great athletes of our generation call it a day and move on and on to bigger, better things. I remember when Derek Jeter retired, he said, yesterday I was an old man. I retired. Today I'm a young man. 39 years old, you're young. So, best of luck to Serena. Hopefully her ankle heals up here quickly. And if she does want to get back, she's back to it quickly. But could be the end of the line for Serena Williams. Be live. Over to you, my friend.
Well, with Serena Williams, she's one away, though. She's one away from tying Margaret Court for the most Grand Slam singles titles. So she's trying to trace. She probably is. But I agree. She will go down as the greatest of all time, even without that. The way she's dominated the sport in this day and age.
If she never wins another set, she's already the greatest of all time,
without question.
But yeah, speaking of the greatest of all time, let's talk about the greatest hair of all time and getting paid. I just like it. The greatest hair of all time. And that is by
you, Eddie
my
Cole?
Man. No. Nobody else but my man, Trevor Lawrence. All roads lead to Dabo. You see it.
I thought you were talking about somebody. Proceed, Be Live. I'm sorry. We didn't mean to.
My man, 50 grand. Trevor Lawrence inks his rookie deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars in a tune of $36.8 million. So my man is getting paid. He's in the NFL #1 draft pick. I'm waiting to see big things from him. But at this point in time, something near and dear to all of our hearts here at the Sports Bros podcast, I'm going to throw in a little extra pepper when it comes to my man, one of the greats, and announcing commentary, Marv Albert. After a 55-year-long reign in color commentary and sports announcing, he is calling it quits. He is calling it a career.
Wow.
55 years. And his voice is synonymous with NBA basketball. It's just like you know it when you hear it, and it's just the excitement that he brings to the game is second to none. So, fellas, Marv Albert, what your thoughts?
Marv Albert here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, Ohio, as we see the Cleveland Cavaliers take on the Detroit Pistons. Hello, this is Marv Albert here. I'm here with somebody. Marv Albert is an icon, legend, a very iconic voice, one of the best to ever do it. And it's going to be very weird to listen to these telecasts next year and be without Marv Albert roaming the sidelines, going yes every 3.5 seconds. When Vince Scully retired, it was a little different, watching Dodgers games and highlights and not hearing him there. And then, man, 50. Well, how long?
Doc Emmerich. We lost Doc Emmerich there.
Yeah.
Out this year in the playaffs.
Yeah, Doc Emmerich taught us about exaltations. Okay, he taught us a very big.
Yeah,
word.
that's right. Yeah.
So the doctor is a teacher. He got a man. I think he's a doctor in communications. But anyways, shout out to Marv Albert, man. Thank you for years. I remember watching the NBA. It was the NBA on NBC. Three things that were synonymous with basketball, like during the 90s. The NBA on NBC, the theme song. Marv Albert here at the Summit in Houston, Texas. Game 5 of the NBA playoff. Marv Albert, man. Despite his past, but everybody got a pass. Hell, who don't? But
he had a bump in the road.
Yeah, a little bump in the road. But he's pretty much like shaking it off. But yeah. Marv Albert.
He did.
Absolutely.
And that just shows how much people really liked listening to him, how much people cared about him, because he did have that little bump in the road, and then he quietly and professionally made his way back to it, and finished his career on TNT these last few years. And yeah, his voice, especially back during Michael Jordan's era, all the Bulls finals, you hear Marv Albert's voice, or the playoff games, the iconic moments of Jordan, and Marv Albert's one doing it. So, yeah, 55 years. I loved what he said the other night, that whenever he was signing off, he said, "I wish I could start all over again." He just showed you the emotion he had and how much he appreciated. And they showed some of the photographs they had of him through the years with different athletes, and on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. What a historic path he paved. So, yeah, I'll miss him. I loved hearing him on TNT. The last several years, he was basketball. I mean, he was part of the soundtrack of basketball. So, best of luck to Marv Albert.
Oh man, and only way to end Marv Albert's career. Yes, and it counts, man.
basket and the foul.
Man, oh man, Marv Albert, iconic, and it is my bucket list to be able to just give me one time, ESPN, TNT, give me one time just to announce a game. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have to stop saying foolish things first. So we have some work to do, and you might get your chance. You might get your chance.
Wow. I'm gonna be.
You have to stop being arrogant. You have to stop being arrogant. And
a sense of arrogance.
But you did not say anything nasty to Uncle Max on this episode, so there's a start. You're on the way.
Pass the ball, Kobe.
All right, fellas, everybody got their pepper points in?
Oh, yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see us on the big view. I'm here, Scotty D's on this side of me, B-Live's right there on the bottom of the box, and we are the Sports Bros Podcast, and we want to thank you for tuning in and listening on various podcast avenues. Also, we want to thank you for watching us as well, too, on our YouTube channel. I hadn't forgot, y'all. I got the pepper from last episode. It'll be up sometime soon. But either ways, that's neither here nor there. Thanks for watching us, listening, viewing. If you got anything you want us to talk about, let us know. We all over the place. Instagram, Twitter. We got a Facebook like page, Facebook group. I still do my writing on Key Sports Media Group online. Very great stuff. Scotty D's still looking crazy. B-Live does some funny commentary on TikTok as well, too. And who knows? We just might start a Sports Bros Podcast TikTok, but we don't know. It's still up in the air. All right, fellas. Anything you got to say before we get the hell up out of here and watch a whole episode of Monday Night Raw?
I just want to say congratulations to my favorite baseball team, the Pittsburgh Pirates. They snapped yet another 6-game losing streak the other night. So congratulations on only losing 3 out of 4 this weekend to the Brewers. So yet another lengthy losing streak snapped. Congratulations, Buccos. You're having a great season.
What's the record, Scott?
30 and 53, I believe.
a little wins, a lot of losses.
Yeah, it's not good. We're looking to the future.
Yep. Anything you got to say before we get the hell up out of here, B-Live?
Hey, check me out. What Happened commentary, B-Live videos, Extra Pepper. I'm trying to bring some new energy to it. Extra Pepper is a new segment that I'm trying to do. They took my video off last week because I may have stolen it, but
Creative Commons, you borrowed it, okay?
Yeah. So check me out on TikTok as well. I'm trying to do some things on there if they'll allow me to. But yeah, shout out to the Sports Mama, Unique Designs and More. Once again, want to give a quick shout out to her and support her business and everything. Check it out. And let's go hate watch some Monday Night Raw.
And in closing, do something nice for yourself. And if you can, do something nice for someone else. They'll greatly appreciate it. Now, more than ever. Just ask that girl that got that big old $1,000 tip by Chad Ochocinco. In the words of Kenny Omega, goodbye and good night. And as always, thank you for watching and listening to the Sports Bros Podcast. See, I ain't got this thing figured out yet.
Uncle Max, I'm coming to Myrtle Beach. I'll see you next week. Yeah. I'll see you, Myrtle Beach. I'm coming.
Bang! You're going to be invaded by the money man. Bang. Goodbye. Good night. Y'all take care. Be safe. Hope you got all your fingers from them fireworks because, yeah, take care of yourself. Bye. Be live. I get a yes, sir. I get a yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.